Hello and welcome to today's 10-minute watercolor tutorial. I'm Bill Holkham and I'll be guiding you through painting this simple landscape perfect for beginners. All you need is 3 brushes and 5 colors. So let's get started. I start with a number 12 brush and some clear water here and there over the sky area, coming down to the horizon where we have the pencil line. It's going to be a very simple sky, nothing complicated. I'm mixing up some Windsor blue, just pure Windsor blue, dropping that at the top of the sky, letting it fuse into the clear water areas. And then you'll work your way down in a similar fashion. And you'll see later that we'll be fusing the edges a little bit more so that we can get those white clouds as realistic as possible. Still using the number 12 brush. Then I'm mixing up some Windsor yellow and a little bit of the Scarlet Lake because I want a little bit of warmth in the sky, as you see me doing now, coming down to the horizon level. Then you'll come up a little way, but not too much, and keep that as thin as possible. Bear in mind that it will dry even lighter. Our sky is nearly complete. So now I'm strengthening up the top of the sky area. It's always much darker further up. It gets lighter and lighter towards the horizon, unless of course it's a stormy day, then of course things change. But that's a general principle worth observing. And of course the clouds are thicker at the top, get thinner and thinner as they go further and further towards the horizon level. So this is a good exercise for wet in wet for skies. And as you see, occasionally I have clean tissue to hand so that I can take off excess pigment on the brush. That way you maintain control. And that's a damp brush that I'm just using now to neaten up various edges in the sky. I think it's looking quite convincing. Didn't take too long. We're 3 minutes through. So now for the ocean, I've mixed up some Windsor blue, added a tiny little bit of the Scarlet Lake to give it a more greyish colour, bluey grey colour. It's an uncomplicated ocean on this occasion. We're not going for crashing waves or anything like that. You can still use your number 12 brush. Hopefully you have one that's got a good point to it so that you can maintain accuracy. As always, dry that off and it's lighter. Now I'm mixing up some greens. You've got your Windsor yellow and your Windsor blue. And then if at some time you add some light red to that, it'll go more olive in color. But I've gone to the flat brush. You can use something like a quarter or a half. You can see the size on the screen. They do vary according to the makes. And this is an underpainting for the grasses. So these are the dune areas on the beach. And break it up as much as possible. Um, Make use of that chiseled edge of the flat brush. There'll be a few layers take place here. of the grasses prior to doing the stems of grass and the tops of them much later. So now a slightly stronger version, going over, leaving gaps purposefully here and there, using that tissue occasionally to wipe off excess. Continue with that. On this occasion, the sand is very light, almost white. So we won't need to be painting in a yellow or slightly yellow, such as a yellow ochre on this occasion. You can add in some grey colour for shadow, but I'm going to lay it down first. Then I'm going to use a tissue to mop up because I just want a light tone at this stage. As you can see me now doing that, I've just toned the paper very slightly. Later on, I'll be giving some more definition to the shadows behind the dunes. 4 minutes remaining. And I would like to mention that we are doing a 5-part series of 10-minute beginner landscapes. So make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the upcoming episodes. I think you'll find them very useful, and with them being very short, I'm sure you'll be able to spare some time to look at some of those. It's not like you've got to sit all the way through a 30-minute video. So we've got a stronger version of the green going on. Still using a flat brush. You can go to a smaller one at this stage if you wish, so you can get those grass lines as fine as possible. And as you can see, they're not all regimental. Some are pointing this way and then that way, blowing across a little bit rather than straight up as the wind catches them, the breeze on the ocean from the ocean. And you will see that as well when we do the stems of the grasses and the tops. So now, like I said, add in some of that more shadowy color at the bottom and fusing it together at the bottom of the grasses. And we've got that grey mixture there on the palette all ready to use. Still use your flat brush for it. Just fuse it into the grasses, and then with the brush taking off some of the pigment, just fuse that in to the sandy area. And have it broken rather than a straight line, as you can see from mine. Now I've got that strong green color, and you can resort to something like a number 2 brush for this, so that it's nice and thin, and I'm hardly touching the paper. I'm very much using the tip of the brush, and everything is slanting from left to right because of the breeze, constant breeze. This is Anna Maria Island at Bean Point at the very end of the island in Florida. And then I've got a brown mixture, and I'm still using my number 2 doing the top of the grasses. And break them up as much as possible. As you can see, they've got gaps here and there in between. They're weather beaten, you know. It's not like they're in a controlled situation. It's out there in the open, subject to weather patterns all the time. And we'll be doing this, and then we'll be doing the same on the other side. Just a minute of the tutorial video to go. So there'll be repetition on the other side. We don't need to show everything in that respect. And purposefully, you see, they do come above the horizon level, but I've not interfered where I'll be putting the round for the sun. I'm going to do a lifting technique of pure water on a brush with clean tissue handy, and then I'll put that clear water down where I want the sun. I've chosen an area that's slightly darker to make it stand out more. See? And then I can do the same on the ocean below where the sun is to show a little bit of reflection on the water. Nothing complicated, just a little indication. And here we are, finished painting. I think you'll find that very useful in our 10-minute series. And I look forward to seeing you next time.